Hi, this series is my attempt to first understand and then explain in a simple manner how the Indian government is structured. The main focus will be the structure and the responsibilities of the Indian political and government system. What are the different entities that make up the government? What is their purpose? What are their duties? How are they elected? How do they work with each other? These are some of the questions that I hope to answer by the end of this series. Let me be clear in saying that I'm just another average guy who was plagued by the questions that I just mentioned above, and this is my quest to understand and hopefully explain how the government works. What you will see here is based solely on my research. There may be inaccuracies here and there, and for those, I do apologize. If you see any such mistakes, please let me know and I will see to it that they are corrected immediately. Also, please understand that no part of this series will be devoted to discussing the current Indian political scenario. It will be an entirely subjective view of the governance system. At the onset itself, let me distance myself completely from any current political parties contesting the elections in any manner, big or small. Now that we are all done with the preamble, let's dive right in. In this video, I will give a brief introduction to what a constitution is. I will then lay out the plan for the rest of the series. Most of the countries are governed, guided, or ruled by a certain document. This document will exhibit the very fundamental principles that the country abides by. This document outlines how the government of the country will be structured, how will it be elected, how is it supposed to function, how will a new law be made, etc. This document is essentially the country's rule book. This document is called the country's constitution. The United States has the smallest constitution, whereas India has the biggest one. Moving on, let me now outline the path that this series will take. In the next video, we will examine the Indian Constitution. When did it come into effect, what is its power, and what is its purpose? Once we go through that, we will come to know that the Constitution has split up the government into three distinct branches to achieve the end goal of efficient governance of the Indian Union. These branches are the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judiciary branch. The subsequent videos in this series will try to answer the following questions about each of these three branches. What are the different entities that make up each one? What duties has the Constitution entrusted them with? How do they get elected? And lastly, how do they all come together?